Yes guys, it's Jando. Today we're going to be looking at those super grotty basses, much similar to the basses that Simula's making at the moment. So yeah, we're going to get straight into this. These are the patches that I've made, and we're going to be looking at one of these patches today. Yes guys, if you're interested in copying sample packs, preset packs, one-to-one production sessions with myself, mix and mastering services, as well as mix and mastering lessons, and a full drum and bass production masterclass, which is built up of 10 plus videos, very in depth, then drop me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is @JandoUK. I will be launching a website very soon, so this will make it a hell of a lot easier. But yeah, be sure to join the Discord as well. Enjoy the video. The super grotty sounds. We're going to be having a look at this patch. I'm going to break it down, show you how I made it. But yeah, if you're interested in these kind of sounds, then I've recently yesterday, just dropped a new Simula style sample pack, like dark grotty basses, 20 WAV samples in there, and I'm going to release a preset pack at some point soon. But yeah, 20 WAV samples, sorry, for only 10 quid. If you're interested, drop me a message on Instagram. This is what they sound like, by the way. So yeah, let's get straight into the patch, the serum. And yeah, so we're going to start off with oscillator A and B. We're going to turn down the random on both of them, turn down the level on both of them, and then go over to the sub, turn the sub on, drop it -1, and drop the level all the way down. So for oscillator A, we're going to go analog basic shapes. We're going to move this over to a square wave here. We're going to go onto this one, so wavetable position 6. We're going to put the level from LFO1 onto it here and drag it back to 75%. And then we're going to do the same for the level and the sub. Drop it back 75%. Next, we're going to turn on oscillator B. We're going to go over to basic shapes again, and we're going to leave this on the basic sine wave. Next, we're going to drop an octave -1 on both oscillator A and B. And then on oscillator A, we're going to flick on FM from B. We're going to assign LFO1 to that. We're going to push this up to warp 30%. And we're going to drag this back here to about 10. Next, we're going to make our LFO shape. So to start off with, we're going to change the mode here from off to envelope. And then we're going to make our shape. So it's going to be this little triangle like this. Just like that. I'm going to move this over slightly. Next, we're going to go over to LFO2. We're going to leave the shape as is and select the envelope option again here. We're going to change the rate to 1/16. And then we're going to assign this to the cutoff here. We're going to move the cutoff to 472. I'm going to pull this back to about 10 again. Next, we're going to turn the filter on. We're going to go into flanges, PHS 48 plus. We're going to turn the resonator up to 82%. Next, we're going to go into the effects tab, and we're going to switch on hyperdimension, distortion, compressor, and filter. With the hyperdimension, we're going to drop the mix all the way to 0 on this one. We're going to push the mix on here to about 20%-ish. And then we're going to put the size to about 15%. We're going to change the distortion mode from tube to stomp box. Leave the drive as is and leave the mix. We're going to push the gain on the compressor to about 7, 8. meet in the middle and go 7/7. And then with the filter, we're going to do the exact same thing, go onto flanges, PHS 48+ again. I'm going to pull the cut off back here to about 70, I want 76, but 77 will do. And we're going to assign LFO2 to the cutoff and drag this back to about 7. And there we go. This is the sound that you should have at the moment. And then we're going to go ahead and turn on our post-processing chain. So this is going to be the capitator, camel crusher, a little bit of reverb. And then all together we're going to have a very similar sound to the one that you heard at the start. I'm going to mess around with this a little bit, going to try and get it to sound a little bit better. I think there's another cool sound that you can get out of it. I think we're going to go with this sound. This is the basics of how I made the original sound, and then by messing around with it very slightly, we've come out with a pretty much, not a new sound, but a new style of sound. And then on this one, I do have some automation on the pitch pen, so if we just copy this over. Very similar style, kind of like new school, not new school, but new DJ Premium, if you've heard his Looney Bin series 1 and 2. Very grotty, weird basses. But yeah, that's the patch. If you're interested in buying the sample pack that I made, it's got 20 samples in of these exact kind of basses, like grotty, kind of new school jump up basses, then drop me a DM on Instagram. But yeah, nice one.